So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make your first 3D print sale. So most 3D printer owners who want to sell 3D prints do it the wrong way. They list random things, they spam their friends and wonder why nothing sells. So in this video, I'll show you the correct way to make your first 3D print sale without wasting filament or wasting time. So let me quickly share my screen and get you guys on board. So the main problem is people tend to print whatever looks cool on Thingiverse or MakerWorld. They list it and then they wait and nothing happens. They also spam their Facebook friends or they ask, would anyone buy this? And usually it's a no. So they get zero sales. They assume the market is saturated and then they either drop prices or they quit selling. So this has you kind of feeling like a failure, and that's not the correct thing. It's just the wrong method. And I definitely made this same mistake early on. I kind of printed what I liked and I didn't really do much research. And by the way, if you want to join a community of people that's basically involved with 3D printing, asking questions, join the community, then join my school. It's called 3D Printing Profits. So the steps and what actually works to make your first 3D print sale. So pretty much you want to focus on demand and not what feels right. So there are proven ways to pretty much know how much people want a product. And it's done through a thing I call DCP, which is demand, competition, and profit. So demand, pretty much these are the monthly searches for the product, and that's based on keywords. Then we go to competition. So are there any other kind of listings that are selling the product or versions of it? And finally, we have profit, which is, are people willing to pay a good amount of money for the product? Now, the key thing we want to do is focus on a niche. I pretty much started with a piano phone holder because I play a bit of piano, I play the keyboard. So I've kind of narrowed down, okay, pianos, what kind of products can we get into that niche? And it helps you pretty much to narrow down some products. So I do have an exercise to help people pick niches within about 15 minutes. And the key thing is, without a niche, you'll pretty much be going from, random kind of products. You might start with iPhone cases, then you go to vases, then you might randomly end up on fish tank accessories down to helmet wall mounts. And this is kind of all just random. It's not really like a similar kind of theme, right? So the key thing is to pick out a niche that you understand and you want to fish in that specific pond, not the whole ocean. And the good thing about having a niche is you understand the target market, you understand the people who are actually trying to buy those products, like why they buy it in the first place, where they hang out. It helps with your marketing, helps with your keywords, also using the language that people who buy the product use. So these are some very important things. And next step is we want to validate the product ideas and pick the best option. So I've figured out some strategies on how to actually come up with product ideas very quickly. And what we do is we start with about 10 products and we filter through each product using the DCP filter. So pretty much, DCP is demand, competition, and profit. So I use keyword keg for demand, and then let me just finish this off. Search products on Etsy or Amazon, and then we look at the profit margin, which is just price for profit margin. And once we've kind of validated a product, we want to pick the best option. All right. So you might start off with 10, you might validate them more, you might not have any products left over, and you might want to get like another set of 10. But if you do find a good kind of product opportunity that passes the DCP filter, then we go ahead and take that to the next stage, which is design. So what you want to do is design your product using CAD. It could be Tinkercad, it could be Fusion 360, it could be Blender, or you can find an existing design which either has a commercial license, so for example like a Patreon, or something that is commercial free, which is just a file that someone has allowed you to sell. So after that, you pretty much want to just list your product. I like to start off with Etsy because it's the simplest kind of way, and there's a good kind of audience behind it. It's usually a gift market type of place. And the key thing is you want to market the product, which is pretty much just getting views to your listing. And you do that either with Facebook, so Facebook group posting I like to do, or with ads, which could be Etsy ads or Amazon ads. Now, the key thing with ads is you want to be quite careful and a bit slow, because it's easy to spend a decent amount of money and not get results. So you do want to make sure you use budgets anywhere from like $5 to $10 to start off with. Even $10 might be a bit much to start if you have no experience. So I'd keep it pretty low and move on from there. And ads is pretty much how I made a lot of my sales with my with my piano phone holder. So it's a bit of a process. You know, you need to do keywords and stuff, but that's all something that I can kind of teach people. And I also do kind of work with people one-to-one. So if you do want to work with me one-to-one, I do have some spots open, and I'll have a link in the description of the video so you can book a call for that. So the outcome that I had with working with a client is pretty much they came in with a 3D printer, zero experience and no niche. And we kind of worked through to get them to pick a niche and kind of get some experience behind how to actually sell their first 3D print. So what we did is we applied the demand first research and created a first listing. We hit, the first 10 sales within about 8 weeks of starting the kind of one-to-one coaching. And not too long after, we got the first 5-star review. And even recently, I think about, a few days ago, they got their second review, which is good. This is all on Etsy. And this is like with one kind of main product. They had like a product line in the home decor niche. So pretty much no massive catalog. You don't have to have 50 items to be able to sell, your first product. You just need something that's been proven through the demand, competition, kind of profit aspects, and then move along with that. So the conclusion is pretty much, don't just print what you like, print what people are already searching for. That's very key. And the key thing is to move it very quickly. So you don't want to take months or years just to take the first step. A lot of people fall into this trap where they're always trying to kind of be a perfectionist when it comes to, being able to sell your first product. So you want to move fairly quickly with this process. And then eventually you want to build up a small catalog of proven products and not chase kind of one viral high. So hopefully that all makes sense. This is how I made my first sale myself. And I also got one of my clients to make their first sale. So hopefully that's all helpful for you, and kind of, looking forward to being able to help out. So make sure you book a call and let's get you on your way to making your first sale.